ABC News. Around the world and into your home, the stories that touch your life. This is 2020 Wednesday.
As far as we can remember, in the entire history of Major League Baseball, no one has ever done what former Major Leaguer Billy Beane is about to do tonight. After all, baseball is still one of those bastions of old-fashioned America, where a player can pay a rough price for breaking with tradition. That's why the man you're about to meet tonight is, in a sense, making history by coming forward. As we said, his name is Billy Beane, and this is his story.
Line drive into center field. That's a base hit.
I loved being a baseball player more than anything. And I'll always be very proud of the fact that I got there.
Tiger Stadium, April 1987. A rookie just out of college is living the first day of his lifelong dream. Billy Beane steps up to the plate.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. He lines it to right field.
And then, lo and behold, I get 4 hits in my first game, entire Major League record, and
Oh, it is not in time.
I'm the next best thing that ever hit Detroit.
Beane goes back, makes a fine catch.
Over the next 9 years, he would play the field and he'd pinch hit for the Detroit Tigers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the San Diego Padres. And if he was not the fastest or the strongest on the team, no one played pro ball with a bigger heart, or it turns out, a bigger secret. How afraid were you every day someone would learn your secret?
I can only imagine what it feels like to be a fugitive. I felt like it was tattooed on my forehead and everyone's going to be able to see or understand or know, or so I had to put up this strong demeanor, and there's no way, no one's going to interfere with my career.
Beane makes the play.
The career of a baseball player who is gay. The kid from a conservative religious family says in the early days on the team, he was too afraid of what he was feeling even to admit its name. How did you not know?
You find a way to hide it or rationalize.
From yourself, though.
Right. I never had an experience with anybody until I was a grown man. I mean, 28 years old.
But you're saying, and it's a kind of amazing innocence in a way, but you're saying you didn't really think about what gay was or gay people or know
I didn't have a
them,
reference, Diane. I didn't. Like I said, I never was around it. You may feel like something in your body. You don't know, and for me, that was the wrong path to go down.
But it sounds like hell. To be trapped between something you love that, in your mind at least, will not tolerate the thing that you are.
Right, right. And for me, wanting to be a baseball player and not wanting to be gay, I used to sit at home at night and think, why am I even going to begin to sacrifice everything I've worked for to get here?
You were the teammate everybody loved. You were the one in there cheering for everybody else. What did you think would happen?
I didn't really want to know what would happen, to be perfectly honest. I remember the day that I decided that I was going to go see if I was gay. I didn't know how to do it, though. It's not like there's a book that tells you, go here, talk to this person, call and make a date, I mean, I had to find a space where I was alone in another town and had a few drinks to have a little courage. And the first time that I did it, I knew. I mean, that's when the whole world comes crashing down on me.
It takes a lot of creative lying.
A lot of lying. And that's where it starts to eat at you.
He says his lying only got worse when he met Sam, an educated aristocrat from Iran who knew nothing about baseball, but everything about life.
After the first day I spent with him, I decided I was going to leave my wife. He lived in my home in Del Mar, California, for about 2.5 years, and we lived a completely secretive life. Many times my buddies on the team, they would just come over to my home, and my friend would go out the back door and sit in his car. I mean, I felt so low.
At the games, Sam would sit way up in the bleachers, far away from the players' families. But just knowing he was there, Billy Beane says, empowered his game.
Deep drive, right center field. Billy Beane, grand slam.
I truly was really, really happy. I really was.
Then one day, Beane came home from a game and found Sam doubled over with a 106-degree temperature. It was a ruptured pancreas. He died at the hospital the following morning.
I watched him die right in front of me. We had a 1 o'clock game that day, and I got in my car and I went home, and that's the last time I ever saw him. Of course, I had to play that day, you know, of all days that I don't ever play, you know, and they put me in there, and I didn't even go to his funeral. And I lived with him for almost 3 years, and I never will forgive myself for that, because I feel like I let him down, you know, and I know he would have gone for me, and I made a promise to myself sometime, you know, shortly thereafter, that I would never do that again.
Within months, Billy Beane decided to leave baseball after playing for almost a decade. As far as his teammates knew, he simply vanished.
I regret the fact that I felt like I had to walk away from playing to live the life that I'm most comfortable living. I quit probably 4 or 5 years before I should have. My dream is to just be able to be myself, to be the best I can be, just like I tried to when I was playing center field for the Dodgers or the Padres.
I'm ready to play today. Look at me, I can be center field.
What a great play by Billy Beane to save the day.